Hello, all of my cookie agents. Okay, we have my friend Erica Empress. I like to call her Empress Erica, and she is joining us today. And as you could all see, well, let me start over. Let me back up. Let me back up. Let me rewind. Thank you guys. Oh my gosh, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for all being here. It's the day after Christmas. I am so happy that Christmas is over. But the reason why I'm thanking you guys is just for all the love and support, all of the new subscribers. I mean, I entered the room and there was already 5 likes. You guys love me and I love you guys just as much. But back to business. As you can see from the thumbnail, there was a picture of Devon Franklin and Meagan Good, and I did not want to discuss this, but I feel like I need to. I've been on so many different um, channels and just watching reviews, and I was like, I need to speak on this too because there are a lot of people out here that really, especially women, that don't understand what it means to be married. So I felt like it was very important for me to discuss this because a lot of people were like, leave Devon Franklin alone. He's living his best life. And it's like, come on, this guy is 43. What do you mean he's living his best life? Like, because usually when that term is thrown around, it means, go out and be promiscuous or go out and just do all the things that you haven't done before. And here's the thing with that. You guys, once you get married, it's a commitment. It is something that you're doing for life. It is a total life adjustment. That's why I don't suggest that anyone get married unless they're ready to be 100% committed. And once you do get married, it is a duty. So my friend Erica and I, we've both been married before. We
Mhm.
met each other as parents volunteering at the schools with our daughters. We were both stay-at-home moms. And since that time, we've both been divorced. So we know what it's like to be married and we understand the duty. But we also feel like a lot of people don't understand what it means to be married, what you're giving up for the marriage. And we just wanted to discuss that with you guys. And hopefully, you will keep this in your mind so that once you are married, you'll remember Smart Cookie and Erica Empress told me this is a part of it. This goes with it. So you don't just, it's not dating at all. Like you can't just get out and just leave a marriage like you would a dating situation. So the first point that I want to discuss is marriage is a duty. So as a Christian, which Erica and I are both Christians, we both understand that marriage, you guys, was made by God, okay? So no one else made marriage. God made marriage, and then the law comes after that. A part of it from the Bible is that you're supposed to be presented with documents and paper. So that's where the law comes in place. And even Eric, I don't know if you remember, but when I got married, there was a prayer. When I got divorced, there was a prayer in the courthouse. When you got divorced, was there a prayer in
Mm.
your courthouse? There was.
Um, I don't remember that part.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't.
I found it to be
Mhm.
so odd. I don't know, or just because I thought there was supposed to be a separation of church and state. So when
Mhm.
they ended it with a prayer, it's transcripted too. It's in transcripts. I was like, wow, this is serious, as serious as I always took it. But nonetheless, marriage is a duty. Let's get started with that. Tell these people what is does that duty entail when you're married?
So, as Marcus mentioned, I was married for 9.5 years. Um, and so when a person get married, basically, I wouldn't say you're giving up your life, but you are to a certain extent because being married and a wife takes on a whole different meaning, a role. And so that means you really have to become, your husband support system um, throughout everything. So there is that duty, even though your husband may be wrong on some things that, publicly may get out, you have to show that united front publicly, but then privately correct, each other. So it's a matter of respect. And I know a lot of celebrities, they like that privacy right now to where a lot of stuff get leaked, in the media and stuff. And so you can only imagine what their conversation goes on behind closed doors to kind of contain the respect they have for one another. But the duty, of married being, as a married person for 9.5 years, is to always maintain that respect. And normally, before you get married, number one, you should know some type of expectations from your partner, to see what direction your marriage is going to go, to where you won't end up in divorce court. Because a lot of people, when they do get married, they don't look into getting married of being divorced. So, and that's the
Correct.
main thing.
And
So,
I would also advise, my ex-husband was against it, and now I know. So when I got married, I was in my 20s. I
mhm,
was it was in my later 20s, but I was still in my 20s. And I wouldn't change it. I just would have changed the person. So for me, I married someone, he was the first person in his family to be married. So he didn't know what it meant to be married. My parents have been married for years, over 20 years, both of them. And I think it's very important to go to marriage counseling. I feel like if someone doesn't want to go to marriage counseling, either party, that's a red flag. And I feel like you should not get married because, like Erica was saying, like there's so much that needs to discuss because I feel like Erica says she don't feel like this, but I feel like you do give up your life to take on a new life with this person to become one. So you need to know, well, how are we going to raise children if we have children? What's your religion? Are the religions going to clash? Well, how are we going to raise our children to grow up? These are all things that need to be discussed, and they can be discovered in that marriage counseling. And after the marriage counseling, you can decide, are you getting married for the right reasons? Because I know when I was younger, the main reason why I wanted to get married, and y'all don't laugh, but the main
mm-mm,
reason why I
mm-mm.
wanted to get
Don't do
married
it.
was because I didn't want to pay rent no more. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought marriage was an opportunity for me to throw my money up in the air, and that's not what marriage was about. Now, don't get me wrong, I did love my ex husband, but I mean, that was a heavy one on my brain.
Mm-mm,
So, ladies, just know marriage is not for you to, it's not a rent free card. And for
mhm,
fellas, I want you guys to know it's not a guilt free sex card either. That's not what marriage is about. Um, so when you give up your life to be married to someone else, you're not necessarily, putting yourself second, but you're worried about that other person's needs and what they want, and you take on some of their responsibility. If their mom is sick, then you go and help in their absence if they can't. You're taking two lives and you're making it to be one. And that's what a lot of young people don't understand. Now, in Devon and Megan's case, this is where I think that they went wrong. Going back to what you were saying about them, not being able to be private. So marriage is something that is supposed to be private. And it says this in the Bible. Like, it's not supposed to be like today, how people walk around, and these pastors, these mega pastors, they go around and they want to be flashy and stuff. Like, you couldn't do that back in Jesus' day because you would be stoned to death. Like, it
mhm,
was not good to be boastful and to be flashy like that. Like, that was not that is not what Jesus was doing, you guys. So all the stuff that's going on today, and I get it, that's how they were making money, because they were promoting the idea of marriage, younger people getting married, and they wanted to encourage people. But you also open up the door for other things when you
mhm,
don't live a not so private life. So I think, honestly, this is what I think. I think that Devon Franklin, because he was the minister before, he said he
mhm,
waited 10 years. He did not, he was celibate for 10 years before he slept with Megan.
mm.
Do I think that they had sex prior to getting married? Yes, I
They
do.
did. They
I don't
did.
think they're telling us the full truth about that. I
Mhm,
also believe that I also believe that Devon wanted Megan, kind of like how Russell admitted that he wanted Sierra. Like, he kind of idolized her. Men are very, um, they want a woman they can be proud of, just like women do. They want a
Mhm.
woman that they can show off, but men more so than women, because it's all about the visual for them.
Mhm.
So like he wanted to be like, yeah, I'm with Meagan Good. I took Meagan Good off the I took her off the list of being, of being single. And I think he was so concerned with that, he didn't look at the fact that, can this woman stand behind me in my church? He
Mhm.
wasn't looking at any of that. He was so gung ho on taking her off the market that he didn't look at the bigger picture. And, I just think that that marriage was not a Christ driven or because it even got to a point to where she wasn't going to church with him. And that is
Mm.
horrible, as a pastor's wife, that's a no-no. You
Yeah.
know, you cannot do that. That's embarrassing. That's humiliating for him. I
Mhm.
also dated a pastor, and he told me that his ex-wife was started to not show up and go to church with him. So
Mm.
that when you marry a man of God like that, you can't do those types of things. You completely give up your life. And Erica, what do you think about her stating that, she was a career woman and she needed to do all this stuff? What do you think she could have done better on her end as far as, you know, pursuing her career so much and leaving him alone? What do you think
Mhm.
she should have done?
And not marry him because okay, so if you look at it, so he knew, like you said, well, so her career was already established when they met, and Megan Good in Hollywood and just in general, people look at her men and some women as a sex symbol.
Correct.
So she wasn't about to give up her career, you know, just like that, of all these years that she, worked hard to build up her career, um, just to get married. I don't think she looked at the fact that he was a pastor. Maybe she thought some things would change. So that's why I'm thinking she wasn't willing to give up certain things because that's just who she is.
See,
So,
I thought she was. I was expecting something
mhm,
totally different. I'm just now hearing that she wasn't going to church with him. I didn't know that
mhm,
she
I didn't know
wasn't,
that either.
I didn't know
Yeah.
she was I just learned of that maybe like within the last 3, 4 days.
Hmm.
And that's just horrible to hear that, like
Hmm.
it,
So
I feel
apparently,
like Devon picked wrong. I feel like if
hmm,
he would have picked a woman from his church, and then he's 7 Day Avenges, so
hmm,
or Avenges. I'm sorry, you guys, if I'm saying that wrong. No
hmm,
disrespect to you guys, but from what I understand about their religion, they're a very strict religion,
hmm,
and all this dressing nudely in public. Those things were not supposed to happen. They were not supposed to happen at all. You that's what we mean when we say you give up your life, the things that you're used to doing, the worldly things that you're used to doing, you give that up. No one is even
I hear a
if
lot of
you're not married
static.
to a pastor. I'm
I,
sorry?
I hear a lot of static on your end. It sounds like you're talking out a tunnel. It's a lot of static that just came through.
Okay, hold on.
Anybody else hear that? If you can comment in the chat.
Is it still there?
Yeah, it's still there. It's just, I don't know if it's
Okay.
on my end or if anyone else can hear it.
Do you have YouTube open?
No, I just have my phone.
You stream just the StreamYard?
Yeah. Mm.
It's okay. I don't hear a lot, so I guess we're
Okay,
gonna
that's
just
better.
go ahead and
Yeah, that's
just push
better.
through.
Okay.
But what I was stating is that when you even if you're not married to a pastor, you still have to be respectful in the way that you're dressed because when men, their natural instinct is to defend, right? So you
Hmm.
don't never want to put your husband or any man that you care about, you don't want to put them in a position to be disrespected or to have to fight for your honor. You don't want to do that. You don't want to put them in a position like that. Your job is now to protect him, and he is to protect you. Protect him in terms of, like Erica was saying earlier, you're not gonna. If you have a disagreement with him, you're not going to do it in public. You're going to do it behind closed doors, and then you're going to talk through. And see, that's something that premarital counseling can also help. It's going to teach you how to handle situations like that. So,
Hmm.
ladies, just know like this is a duty. This is something you giving up. And if you're not willing to give this up, don't go into it. Also, um, you also, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes, you guys. You just don't get married until you're ready to give up those. We gave you some examples, but I mean, another thing I would say for someone that wants to get married is that people make mistakes. You're gonna have to do a whole lot of forgiving to stick in it with a marriage. Marriage is work. It's two people coming home every day, being together because they love each other, because they want to be there. That's why they stay. Okay, and all of this is for God's glory. It's to be fruitful and multiply and have more people serve God and to keep the tradition going. It's not for anything else. That's why it was created by God, for his glory and for nothing else. And when you're not being fruitful and multiplying and getting other people to keep that tradition going, like, you're defeating the purpose of marriage. That's why these other unions are called something else, because they're not along the lines of what God set out for us to do. So, that's pretty much all that I have to say about that. I really hate that Devon and Megan are getting a divorce. I do feel like because they were heavily promoting their lifestyle, their marriage with all these books and whatever else they were doing, that they were getting the public to purchase. And since their marriage did fail, do I think they owe us something? Yes. If they owe, and if that means another book explaining
Yeah, tell us what happened, you know.
explaining what happened, explaining what not to do. They owe us
Mhm.
something because they profited off of this marriage that they were saying was brought together by God. And, um, they owe us for that. I mean, so that's the way that I feel about it. Erica, do you have anything else on the topic about Devon and Megan's
Um,
marriage?
yeah, and I know we
And
talked about
about
this.
marriage in general?
Well, I know we talked about this earlier. I know you stated that Devon, he the one who filed for divorce. So for a man
Correct.
to file for divorce, it had been something, like you said, he picked wrong. He realized that, oh, this is not, my person. Because men just don't walk away from marriage. It's not, well, relationships in general, but marriage, men just don't petition marriage, file for divorce.
No,
90% of
no,
those
it's
are from
generally
women.
women, especially Black women. Well, just
Hmm.
women, period. It's generally women that petition divorce. Correct.
Hmm. Yeah, so I didn't
Yeah,
know that. I thought that was interesting.
yeah, she had to be doing something. And then for him to already have all the details lined up about how he doesn't want anyone to get spousal support,
Mm,
that is just like, oh my goodness, like, what happened? I really want to know what happened. Guys, just make sure when you're choosing this woman, especially if you are a man of God or if you're in some type of ministry where the public is going to see you, make sure that this woman is wholesome. Make sure that
mm,
this woman is verified. Okay, do your
mm.
background. Make sure she's
Yeah.
verified. Make sure you know something about her and her family. Make sure she come from a lineage of family where everyone is, most of the people have been
Mhm.
married, because that's the only way a person is going to truly value
Right.
marriage. And
Hmm.
for everybody being nosy up in my business, wanting to know why I got a divorce, I explained it earlier, because my ex-husband, he didn't understand what marriage meant. And I think maybe if he would have had this conversation, or maybe if I would have taken that red flag when he told me he didn't want to go to premarital counseling, maybe we wouldn't have never gotten married. But it happened, and it's okay. He was my practice husband. I'm waiting for my real husband to come.
I practice husband.
I'm waiting for my real husband to come that
Mhm.
understands that marriage is, forever, and it's work. And I feel like if people get that in their mind from the beginning, that it's work, I think that a lot more marriages will last longer. And I'm sorry to hear about Devon and Megan. I wish them both the best. I hope they can both find what they're looking for in their next partner. I pray that he finds a Proverbs woman, a woman that's deeply rooted in faith and that's looking for leadership and that wants him to lead her life. And ladies, there is nothing wrong when you got the right man, because I
Hmm.
also saw some comments where women
Yes.
were saying he looked controlling. Like they totally get controlling mixed up with leadership. And the reason is because a lot of young women have not seen what leadership looks like. So they get
Hmm.
it confused with controlling. And this guy he got a clean, free criminal background. He's not a pedophile. There's
Hmm.
nothing about this guy that says he's controlling. If anything, this man is a leader. And it's just going to take a woman that has seen women being led by a man to understand that.
Hmm.
So, Devon, I was ready for you a long time ago. You should have came to Texas and pick me up. But now you just had to have Meagan Good. See, I was a Jet Beauty of the Week. I might not have been, in all the movies.
Hmm.
But I was what you like, I'm 5'2", you like them small and lean. Got the front, back, and side to side. Unlike Megan, she over there looking like the number one. When I'm over here looking like the number eight.
That's
Okay.
right. Mhm.
But yeah, marriage is duty. Hey, poor black man, thanks for joining us. Marriage is definitely duty. You giving up something for something else. You're for a new life, even when your children come, like you can't go do the things you want to do. That's why you should turn up all you want to, get all that out your system before you get married. And men, I want y'all to know why y'all love to say, oh, I seen this chick over here, she when we go to work, we see men, especially women that work. Trust me, we see men at the office that look good. Trust and believe,
Mhm.
we do. We see younger men that got that 8-pack that y'all don't have no more. But
Mhm.
it's you have to make a decision in your mind that you're gonna be committed to this. And I
Mhm.
don't care if dude with the 8-pack and that Caribbean accent do walk past you smelling good. You got to keep your head straight at your computer.
Mhm.
You don't do none of that work husband stuff. Hey, free reign.
Mhm.
So, Erica, did you have anything else that you want to add?
Um, let's see. No, I don't think I have anything else to add. Pretty much covered everything. Just, at first when I heard the news of them, I thought it was like a rumor, but I wanted them to make it, but
Yes.
apparently, they didn't. So hopefully they can learn from it and remain, cordial about it. So,
So Free
yeah.
Reign is asking what's happening in Megan's marriage. Megan and Devon Franklin are calling it quits. Devon Franklin filed for we lost Erica. Devon filed for divorce on December 20th. Yeah, 5 days before Christmas. That was a little tacky for him to do that. Let's get Erica back on up
Okay,
here. But
there.
yeah, that's what's going on with their marriage, Free
Mhm.
Reign. Yep, y'all Californians and poor black man. What's his name? Devon is also from. He's also from Oakland, like you. But yeah, they're getting a divorce. It's not a rumor anymore. People have seen them apart. Um, Free Reign said she's every man's fantasy, though.
Mhm.
That's what we thought. That's what we thought. There's something not there. She, Holly Berry, all of these women are every man's fantasy. But a
Mhm.
lot of the times they're missing the necessary skill set or the I guess obedience to be married.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you have to, there's some obedience that goes there too. Like they're missing the understanding of what it means to be married. And a lot of young women of today too. I don't know where these young women get off with this crazy crap about, oh, I can do it all by myself. Well, do it all by yourself, but you can't have no husband.
Yeah.
You're going to be doing it all by yourself. You have to understand your place in the marriage, and the man is the leader, and that's the way God made it. It ain't what I'm saying. It's not what Erica is saying. That's just the way it is. Now you
Mhm.
got to choose what type of man you want leading you. And I only want a godly man leading me because I know
Mhm.
he's not going to lead me in the wrong direction. Do
Right.
godly men get it wrong? Yes, they get it wrong. Absolutely.
All
They
right.
don't know everything. But you know
Mhm.
what? That's when you use your femininity and your seductiveness, and you
Mhm.
and you put that lingerie on and you tell him, baby, I
Yeah,
don't like how you treated me today.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I don't like how you treated this. You say, I can't give you this if you're gonna be doing what you did today.
Mhm.
And if he is a godly man, he's going to understand what you are saying and he's
Mhm.
going to change his ways, you know,
Mhm.
because there's so many more challenges, especially after you have children. That creates a whole different challenge. And
Mhm.
men and women have to be ready and they have to understand that it's a duty and it's not something that you just freely walk away from. Hey, organic black,
Mhm. And
come on.
that's another thing. You mentioned children. So Megan and Devon, they was married like 9 years. Was
Yep.
that a factor? I wonder, as far as like children, because Megan is like what 39, 40. I mean, she's not that old.
She's
So
40. She's 40.
um,
Yes.
and I know he didn't have any children at
No,
all.
they both came into the marriage, girl, clean and free of children for
Mm,
all that time. Hey, different same. How you doing? Thanks for
mm,
joining us. Um, I don't know, you guys. I don't know why. I don't know why they I don't really know the whole true story, so I'm not gonna really speak on that
uh-huh.
much. But I do know that like you said, there's obviously no children there. And that's the whole purpose of when you marrying a godly man, a minister, that's what he's going to want because that's what the Bible instructs us to do.
Right. Yeah. To get
So,
married is originally to produce children, union, family, the whole
correct.
9 yards, not to sit up. But of course, things are different now. And by her being Hollywood, even a lot of people, regular people nowadays, women, they're not having kids, in their 20s or 30s anymore. There's a lot of childless women in their 30s,
Well, I
just
don't
walking
know why
around
they're going
town.
to have kids in their 40s. That stuff damage your body.
Well,
Yes, organic black. I think he did want children. I don't know if she wasn't able, and God, you
mhm,
know, forbid, but if he did want children and she could not give him children, he was wrong to divorce her for that reason.
yeah, they could
Hey,
adopt.
SPL for you. How's it going? Thanks for showing up tonight.
Mhm,
So, organic black says she was hesitant. I don't know what she was hesitant about, baby. You don't have that much longer. You are 40 years old.
mhm.
Them eggs is becoming real scrambled, getting real
Poached.
scrambled.
They become poached, boiled eggs. That's all. Yeah.
Them eggs is
Mhm.
getting real scrambled. You want to have them
Yeah.
kids in your late 20s, early 30s. And this is what I
Mhm.
don't understand about rich people. If you're rich, what is the problem?
Yeah.
Now as a middle class person that grew up in a working class family, like, I mean, shoot, if a lot of poor people had money, they'd have a whole lot more children because
Mhm.
that's what actually stops poor people, some poor people, because some of them don't give a damn that they'll get out there and have all them kids, okay?
Mhm.
But that's what stops a lot of middle class and poor people from having children is that they can't afford them.
Mhm.
STL for you says, right, at 40, we 20 and 30 years from being exempt. Yeah, like,
Mhm.
why? And hey, in my 40s, when I get there, I don't want to hear all that crying and stuff. I don't. I
Yeah.
want me a
Yeah.
nanny. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it in my 20s and 30s. But I surely wouldn't want to just get started in my
Mm.
40s, you
Yeah. Your
know.
first child in your 40s. That's rough.
Yeah, and these people have access to money where they can get nannies.
Mhm.
Um, a poor black man says she probably wasn't rich. That's the misconception. Them movies and shows don't pay much.
Yeah, especially
Mm.
for black actresses and stuff. Not he's That's correct. Even though we may see like her and like the Gabrielle Union, all them in the movies, they don't get paid like the Angelina Jolies and all the other actresses in Hollywood. They may get paid $250,000 a movie,
But
and that's
she
it.
been, but baby, I can make $250,000 go a
But
long
I'll take it.
way.
It's better than nothing.
Okay. But here's the thing. Megan has been in movies since she was in Friday. I think that was the first movie she was in. Hey, Egypt. She was in Friday. She was a little kid at the ice cream stand.
Mm-hmm.
So she been in movies for a minute, so that's why you got to have other skills to fall back on too. I see a lot of actresses, especially like in the white community, like they'll go to selling homes or something like that. And see, in
Mm-hmm.
California, you sell homes, you get nice commission up there. Well, I don't know. Maybe it offsets because the cost of living is expensive up there. But you gotta have something else to fall back on. But trust me, her husband is so anointed. They could have grew their church to where she wouldn't have had to worry about anything. But plus he also has other skills. So he's not only a minister, and that's something that I like about him as being a minister. He's also a producer, he's also an author, and those are the things that I know. So he may have some other things going on. Let's see what Egypt has to say. She says she's been working since she was a child and she is worth a nice amount. Okay, well, you know what? It is no reason for that woman not to have given that man any children unless there was something going on with her medically that prohibited her. Erica, you're on mute. Unless there was something prohibiting her from giving him children, some type of medical situation. Outside of that, if they had money, come on now. It was no reason whatsoever for them to do that. But I just don't like the fact that some people are saying, leave them alone. They don't have to be accountable. They don't owe us anything. Well, if you were me and you were going to those book signings, you were purchasing all of their books, I'm sorry, they owe me something. They owe my group of ladies from my ministry that I have called Ruth's Table. They owe those ladies something because I had people looking in their direction. And maybe that's a teachable moment to me as well. Don't look at other people. Erica, you're on mute.
Yeah, I know. I had some people come in the house, so I had to go on mute. I had to jump off
Oh, okay.
mute.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, that's fine.
Maybe that was a lesson for me. I just got that in my mind. Maybe that was a lesson for me. Egypt also says she didn't want no children. Why that is, I don't know. She put her career before her marriage, and that's the problem. Yeah, you can't put no career before no marriage. Never. STL for you says, I don't think money was the problem. I think it was the lifestyle. So you give up that lifestyle for marriage. Anybody, if you go to the bar every night, you give that up for to have a family. And if you're not willing to give that up, ladies and men, fellas, don't do it. Do not get married if you're not willing to give that up. It's a lifestyle change, it's a commitment, it's duty. Poor black man says, let me slide in Megan's DMs. Yeah, she wants you up in there. Going on. She your age range too. You like them 40 and up. So, and she ain't having no kids either. Okay. So, and Devon is not putting her on, he not making her pay him no spousal support. So, poor black man, that might be a good look for you. But she is from LA, so she might got a little attitude. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. I hate it when Christian people come out saying, this was a match made in heaven. God put this together. That's why you should be private about your marriage. And in First Thessalonians chapter 4, verses 9 through 12, it tells you everything that you're supposed to be doing in marriage and how you're supposed to be living your life. So, yeah, y'all write that one down. Yes, I am under construction. I am a Christian that's under construction. And I will get back with you. If somebody come at me, I'm not perfect. I'm still a Christian. Being a Christian does not mean that I'm perfect, but I'm probably gonna be living on the south side of heaven when I get there. So I don't care. That still doesn't take away from me being a Christian, knowing the word, walking the walk, and still trying to live my life the right way and treat others the way that I want to be treated. So, for whoever has been saying out in the YouTube world that I wasn't a real Christian, whatever. Okay, there's all different types of Christians. We come in different flavors. Free Reign says, do you think that he used her for clout? No, because he was already popular himself, like in a church world type of way. And see, a lot of people in the church world, y'all, it is they have their own mega stars. that we don't see mainstream because they do their own thing. So he was already pretty up there in that world. Yeah, organic black. I'm gonna be on the south side of heaven. Yep, that's exactly where I'm gonna be living at. Cause see, I couldn't be Jesus and all that, letting this guy lie to me in my face. Who was that? Judas lied to him in his face and told him, never, I'll never lie to you or whatever. See, when he would have came up to me and I would have found out he sold me out for 40 pieces of silver for 40 nickels, yeah, I would have bopped him right in his face right then. So I just couldn't have been dealing with somebody that I know finna betray me tomorrow. I couldn't do it. I would have gone ahead and handled that the night before. STL for you says he was known in Hollywood industry behind the scenes. Yeah, because he was actually him and TD Jakes both together produced that movie Jumping the Broom, and that's actually where they met. That's actually where they met. So I don't know where Erica left and went. If somebody wants to come down, I will put a link up.
I'm still here, but I'm
Okay,
gonna take
you're
down.
gonna
I'm gonna have
you're
to
gonna leave
go
off.
because yeah, I'll be listening. I'll be in the comments.
Okay, Erica, I'll see you in the comments and I'll see you over in a few minutes. Erica and I are
Okay.
getting ready just to get outside, y'all. We finna go see
Hmm.
the good old Cowboys game. So as soon as I get out from here, I'm not gonna be on here long. But here's a link. We can talk for about it a few more minutes. If anybody else, if a man wants to come up and correct anything that I've said, if there was anything that I said that was wrong about what a woman's position and what a man's position is, please by all means pick that link up and come up here and tell me what I said wrong, or if you agree with me, or you want to add on to something that I said regarding the marriage of Devon and Meagan, please do so because I love learning from other people. Like I'm gonna be a forever student. Like there's not gonna be a time when I'm not going to want to learn and want to be better. Egypt says he is a Hollywood producer already, public figure. He didn't need no clout. Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think so at all. So wait about 5 more minutes, and if no one pulls the link and come on up here with me, and we're gonna go on ahead and end this, and then I'm gonna see you guys on Wednesday. But I love you guys, and I thank you for all the love and support y'all been showing me so much. Like I can't believe how much this channel had grown. I had originally started this channel with a friend, and then we didn't work out, and then I just decided to go together, gone ahead and push forward and do it on my own. One of my really good friends, Malibu, has been supporting me. As you guys can see, Empress Erica, they both live here and they support me and come on the channel from time to time. My friend Jamie, they come up here and they help me when I get nervous and, help ease my nerves. But other than that, I'm so proud of myself. I'm almost at 50 videos. I got a lot more to go. But this video makes video number 48. I have two more, so I'll reach my goal of 50 by the end of the year. And I just want to thank all of you that have been here with me, that have met me from out of nowhere on the internet, and you guys are standing by me and supporting me. I see you guys in other areas, other channels, and you'll shout me out, and it just means the world to me. Like I've always wanted to do this, and here comes STL. This my boo. What's up?
What's going on, Miss Cookie?
I am doing fine. Tell me about this. What do you have to say about what I have said about Megan and Devon's marriage that you think is
I came
wrong
a
or
little
that you want
late,
to?
so I didn't catch everything. I mean,
Okay.
what I will say, everybody feel like this marriage mistake, but everybody got to think before she met him who she was running with.
50 Cent.
More than that.
See, I
More than
wasn't I
that.
wasn't into her like that. I'm a chick, of course,
Yeah,
but I do remember her being with 50 Cent briefly.
yeah. Before that, she was running with the BMF cats. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Do
See, that's what a lot of
tell.
people don't know
Who?
because Instagram wasn't out. She was
Okay, okay,
messing with this dude named Baby Blue. You can look this up. He got
okay.
killed years ago. He got
You said his
killed.
name is Baby Blue?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So she was running with them. So that goes to show you how, deep in the industry she was.
So she was into that dope money.
Uh, well, I mean, it wasn't presented to her like that. I mean, she was just in the lifestyle, and and you know what I mean. I guess you link up with somebody, then you find out what they really do. Then it becomes kind of normal.
Yeah. You you get used to it, or maybe kind of like the whole thing with Devon. He thought he could change, Maybe she thought, well,
You
if
said change. Well, it seemed like she wanted to change for herself.
you
So
think
that's, I
she
mean,
wanted change for herself
yeah, she wanted to change for herself.
when she got with the blue guy.
No, 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 no. After, because he got killed
After, okay.
while they was, I
Okay,
guess
so
they
you're
was
saying that he put her on her mark, okay, to where she said, okay, I don't want to live this lifestyle no more. Let me go towards something safer. Is that
But
what you're
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. After he got killed, yeah, that probably could have, traumatized her, and she probably looked at, what was going on in the industry. Did a lot of people, getting hooked on, all these different type of Hollywood drugs, all that. You stop and
Yeah.
think like, damn.
And I can totally see it because here's the thing. If you've lived like a green life or your family has kept you away from things like that and you don't really know what it looked like,
Exactly.
you wouldn't know.
Right. You won't.
You would not know because the things that they show you on TV is kind of like amped up. It's really
Right.
not how that lifestyle is.
Exactly. I tell everybody,
And
start watching
I am
TV.
saying this from experience. I'm not just talking this out of I'm saying this out of experience because I know a lot of people are going to come on. Oh, she knew what a dope dealer don't look like what you think a dope dealer look like. Okay. So, and then there's different levels, like
Right.
if he at the top, you ain't gonna see this stuff you see on Cops where the guy on the corner. No, that ain't his job. And if you would a hustler, if you would a true hustler, dope ain't the only thing they selling. Okay.
Right. Well, he was in the music game too, so he was, part of both of those worlds. But like I said, you can look that up on YouTube. You'll be able to see different videos of her hanging around all them dudes.
They got baby blue. Okay. Hey, I don't put it past a lot of women today. They didn't see like our grandfathers and our great grandfathers. They didn't see what a man looked like that come home, go to work every day. So their idea of protection in their mind is the guy that can crack a skull right in front of them for disrespecting them. So they don't really know that there's different levels of men that may not be all flashy with it or may not do it right then and there, but he can still protect you. A lot of women don't know that. Some men got to be in a position, and some men they're just, they're not up for that challenge. They're not always, some men are just down for that challenge all the time. Like they ready for it. They a live wire. They waiting on something to happen. They want something to happen to make sure that they still have it. And then you got other reserved men that's not supposed to get down unless he absolutely have to.
Right.
Then you gonna see that beast in him of who he really is, and it's like, oh my God, I didn't know I was sleeping next to a
Exactly.
lion.
Exactly. That's why,
Like let me watch how I talk to him.
right. That's why, I mean, you get with somebody, you don't truly, I mean, you know that person, but you don't truly know that person until you spent a lot of time. You got to see the good times and the bad times.
You got to see them in those situations, and that's another thing. That's another point of advice I want to leave with people that are interested in getting married. Watch that person go through some things before you marry them. Watch how they handle losing a job
Right.
before you marry them, because you might be stuck in a situation to where this person lose a job and you might have to take care of them. You may think, okay, well, maybe they'll get back on their feet, a month or two, and it may totally destroy them. And it may take them a year to 2 years to get themselves back together. And can you handle that?
Exactly.
Because as a wife, you can't run off when you somebody's wife. You're supposed to be this man's helpmate. And if that means you got to pay that rent for, a year. Now, in my opinion, a real man not gonna let you do that. But if you with this certain type of guy and he just folds like that because he's so hurt because he lost his job, you're gonna have to step up to the plate and do that. You can't just get out. That's not a reason to get out of marriage. And then there's a difference between someone controlling you and someone leading you. When someone is controlling you and they are okay, a mistake is not, oh, I cheated today. I cheated with your cousin. No. A mistake happens one time, ladies. A mistake happens one time, men. When somebody keeps doing something, they doing that on purpose.
Exactly.
That's not a mistake. So make sure y'all understand what a mistake is versus and what it means for someone to be controlling you versus someone leading you. I suggest that everyone look those two definitions up and understand that there is a clear difference. So,
Well, they say, the first time mistake, second time you're a fool, the third time you're dummy.
okay. And it
But I'm,
don't
I'm
take me
glad you
it
led it
don't
this
take me
way.
3 times.
I'm glad you led the conversation this way because that's definitely what I want to touch on because now these days you don't see uh, the demand for being a team player. You see, I mean, you see in her more so. Oh, I want him to have this. Oh, I want her to be like this. I want her to have this. You just, all these wants and needs. What happened to the genuinely? Hey, I like this person because who they are.
I like this person because who they are. I love this person because I can depend on them. I love this person because I know they're going to be faithful to me. Yes, what happened to the root of things? And, unfortunately, every woman can't turn the head of a man that make $1 million. And that's just what it is. Every woman is not going to have a man that can do those types of things for her. So yeah, Young Miami can get somebody to go spend $99,000 on her at the store, but you don't know the whole truth behind it. She probably took all that crap back. We don't
Exactly.
we don't know what was really going on. That
Exactly.
probably was just for the gram. Like I want people to stop being simple minded and shallow and just looking at these celebrities because you don't know what's going on. And if you don't mind your man loving other men, go for it. Because a lot of these women have to deal with that. Okay, because anybody dealing with Puffy definitely got to deal with that. Should I say allegedly on that, or is that facts?
Yeah, say allegedly. Say allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly. Moderators, please get this bot out of here with Nambian, whoever that, get them out of here. Get them gone, please. But yeah, so just be careful. Make sure you're marrying for the right things. Energy is forever. Energy is the only thing that's real. Money come and go. It's easy. This is America. It's easy to make money here. It don't take a whole lot to make money here. Okay. So
Now, let me
please,
ask you something though. The honest God truth. Do
yes,
you
sir.
think every male you run into makes 100 plus K?
No, no, but I can show him how to get 100K. I can show him how we can get it together.
Okay, now the reason why I asked it because it's like these. I watched these different shows on Instagram. They be good shows, and it's like all these chicks come up here. They talk about, well, he needs to make at least 100K. And I'm sitting here like, well, damn. The, the average median income, what I'm saying, nationwide, medium. I'm just saying medium. That's mean it's in the middle. It's like 50,000.
Yeah, and you can live a decent life off of 50,000 if you know how to spend money. It
Right.
ain't about how much money you make, it's about how you spending it. And if you got two people making 50K together, then there you go. You at 100K. And like
Exactly.
poor black man said before, once you make that 100K, you realize it's really not a lot of money. But is it comfortable? Hell
Yeah,
yeah, it's
comfortable.
comfortable.
Hell yeah, it's comfortable.
It's very
Yeah, very
comfortable.
comfortable.
It's very comfortable not having to live paycheck to paycheck.
For real.
No, just pressing a button, pay that.
But one thing, other thing, I don't too much hear is, hey, this person got to have, decent credit or average credit. You don't never hear that. It's just, oh, he needs to make 100K. He needs to be tall. He needs to be this. He needs to be that. I'm gonna say that like, but damn, you got all these requests, but do you have equal ground or playing ground to amount to that?
So here's the thing: when you say equal ground or playing ground, do you mean like the woman needs to be making? Do you mean like the woman need to have good credit just like the man do? Because I
Right.
disagree with that.
Exactly. And
Let
if
me
she's
tell you
talking
why I
about he need to make
disagree.
100K, she need to be making 100K.
No, I disagree with that because then that you got two men in that household.
You say you
You
got
see
two
what I'm
men.
saying?
Well, I mean,
Yeah. You got two men. And my thing is, if you're going to be the leader, baby, make your 100K and show me how to get my credit together. Add me to your trade lines. Bring my credit up there too so we can screw off yours and then screw up mine and then get it that bankruptcy, okay?
okay, okay, I get you there. But what I'm saying is, if these chicks are asking for that, I mean, wouldn't you think they will, have something better than that or be doing better than that?
No, I think as long as she looks beautiful, I don't think her money matters because that's what a lot of these men out here in the YouTube world is saying. Hey, Egypt, we brought you on up, babe. How you doing?
Hey, how y'all doing?
I'm doing great. Happy to
Okay.
see you. It's been a
Okay, happy.
while.
Yes, happy to see you too. Happy holidays to everyone if you celebrate. Um, I just had a few words because it seems like a lot of people in the inorganic world, right, are
Mm-hmm.
marginalizing themselves by public figures and celebrities. And we all are, what I mean, celebrities in our own right with knowledge we may have, tools we may have. You can't be asking for something out of somebody until you have your own self straight. That's how I see it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand why everything is about rich, rich, rich. That's, if you forming a bond or a partnership or something with somebody, all them things come riches because I mean money is just a tool. You understand what I'm saying? The riches
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, I
everything
agree.
comes with the knowledge that you have, in your mind. Now, one person could be making a lot, another person might not be. If you trying to build a partnership, a bond, come to the table with somebody, all them things come into play with, planning, praying, you understand what I'm saying, and trying to manifest them things. That's a lot of these people, a lot of folks' problem is they want to live off of these people on these TV, these shows. That's not how the world is. Those are those people in those brackets. It's people in each bracket, but you can't be trying to say that you want to be dealing with somebody that's making $1 million if you're not close to that or whatever. Like,
See, I
just
disagree with
saying.
that. I
Yeah, yeah,
disagree
that's
with
what I'm
that.
saying.
I
Yeah.
disagree with that. Let me tell y'all something. I am a beautiful woman and I know this, right? So I know that I can pull any man of any bracket that I want, that I desire, because he's gonna desire me. And I have pretty privilege. And I know people try to say pretty privilege isn't a true thing, but it is. And how I know it's a true thing is because a lot of the times I don't pay for things. And it's not only from men, it's from women too. Okay. And it's not because these women necessarily want to get with me or anything like this. These are other women that are full feminine women too, just like myself. It's like a sisterhood. It's like, I'm going to give this to you because you look like me. When I look at you, I see me. So I'm just going, I'm just going to, give you this. And I know it's a privilege. Ever since my early 20s, I've been meeting guys that made money when I was just a teacher and was barely making 40 some thousand. But could I pull a NFL player, NBA player? Hell yeah, I could. Because
Well, yeah,
because of my
I'm
beauty. Do
yeah,
I
but
think I
I'm not saying
deserve
like
to?
that you can't do it and that's not what they ask for, but if that's all that a person is marginalizing themselves about, it's like, no, you gotta have something else going on, some substance than to be shooting out. Oh, they gotta have this, they gotta have it, they gotta have it. A lot of those things are good to have, but what about their character? What about you know what I'm saying, how they treat they
Yeah.
mother? What about, what I mean, all these different things, how they treat people, period. So don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like, oh no, that's not what to look for. If that's what you want to look for, that's fine. But you can't marginalize yourself like that. And I'm not saying that women can't pull, because women and men have the capability to really do anything. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or pull like anybody. It was a person that was a public figure that was trying to get with me. I ain't go running around telling people and all that. You know what I mean? I didn't know, really what the whole ordeal was, but apparently they thought, you understand what I'm saying, that I was some type of dope person. Met them, it was all good, all love, but I ain't running around like, oh my God, it's like, no, or try to live my life according to how that person lived their life. They come from a background, I come from a background, they understood that. Now, if I was the one to date them or something, that would be a different story, but still, I'm, you know, when people start marginalizing like that, it's like it comes off as, and this is with men and women, because it's a lot of women out here that will let men go dig them just to say, oh, I got a man, or I mean, I
Yeah.
got somebody, but meanwhile on the ranch, they just using you. You understand what I'm saying? Like vice versa. So I ain't say like don't live it up or don't have like high standards, but make sure that with these high standards and these brackets and these numbers, that other things is commonality to charactership with people. That's my only thing with it, because you could be living on a high horse and there be a whole lot of stuff that come with that high horse. You know what I mean? People, they see the glitz and the glamour. You don't know what these people, the foot, the what, the how they had to get the, you understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Where
Yeah,
they at.
I agree with you.
But yeah, but I do not believe. I feel like a beautiful woman has access to it all if she know who she is. And see, that was the thing. I didn't know how beautiful I was in the beginning. When I was younger, I did not know. And then there was a change of events. And then I was on somebody's channel not too long ago, and they were saying pretty privilege wasn't a real thing. And this is how I know
Oh no, it's
pretty.
a real thing.
And this is, yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah,
And
it's a real thing.
I also know that it's universal. It's not just, something in America. Because when I touched down in Africa and the men were choosing, when I touched down in France and the men came to me like I was beautiful, oh, it's a thing. It's a real thing. It's a real thing to be beautiful or not. Like it's either you are or you're not.
But
And
it all goes about how you carry yourself too
it
with
goes about how you carry
that.
yourself. And
Yeah.
I was always raised that I've just always just been a jovial person. I've always been happy. I've always had a smile on my face. I've always had an inviting look to me. Now, do sometimes some people take that inviting look and take it as a weakness until I show them, hey, I'm nice, but I ain't stupid. Then, that turns it into a whole different thing. So, but yeah, to the woman who doesn't exist, yeah, any man, any bracket, any race, it does not matter. But yeah, I don't feel that I like for men to teach me things. I like for someone, I'm a sapiosexual, so I enjoy men that are very smart. I love learning about different things. And that's the way to get me to be submission. You got to know something. You got to know something that I don't know. And I've been trained and prepped to be this way. My mother is a Southern Baptist woman. She wanted me to go to college to be knowledgeable. She did not finish college. She wanted me to finish, and she wanted me to be knowledgeable. She wanted me to have culture. She wanted me to travel. And I did all those things. So could I have a conversation with different types of men? Yes. Can I speak a few different languages? Yes, because I was raised to be that way. And I'm going to take it to the next level with my daughters. And I'm brown skinned, okay? My daughters are light skinned. So they're going to have some advantages that I don't. They're actually Creole. So they're going to have some advantages, and they're going to be able to get some places that I didn't, just because of their skin tone, because that's how men like women. So I'm gonna push them a little further. My mom was a little more modest with me, but I'm gonna push my daughters a little further because I don't want my daughters struggling. You know, does anyone disagree with what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, you could teach them as long as, however the case may be, that you bring them up, and, you know, as to what you want them to put in them. Also, when it comes to the children, like, you can instill and put in morals and values. You can have a lot of different things that go on that you prep or whatever. And, they can marginalize that and go by that. And then they come with their own. You understand what I'm saying?
Correct. Yeah,
Like,
they can go against what I'm teaching and do their own thing,
no,
or they
not go
can.
against. Like when you bringing kids up, like my parents was more American. That's how I was born. I was born, you know what I mean, into it. I didn't know anything about it. That's what they raised. That's what they raised me in as culture and religion.
Mhm.
And different morals and values, right from wrong, all these different things are very strict. Okay. I did a lot of rebelling, not because I didn't know no better. It's because that's what I wanted to do. You understand what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That did I know better? Yes. Did I know a
Mhm.
lot of things I was doing was wrong? Yeah, I did. And I suffered the
Mhm.
consequences for it. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it was like sometimes it's like, with this world today, with what I mean, these different generations. I'm not sure how old your children are, but
Mhm.
the generation Z's, the X's, the Y's, all of them, it's to be a whole different like ball game. It's already a whole different ball game now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
What I
But
what I'm saying is that I know that my daughters have an extra advantage that I didn't have, and since I didn't know how beautiful I was, I'm saying I want them to be strong and confident enough to be able to leave some situations, whereas I did not know and I was not aware and I did not leave some situations because I put the man so high up on a pedestal. That's what I mean by that. But you guys,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut this off, but my beloved Cowboys is about to play and we're doing pretty good right now. Okay. So I'm getting
Ah,
ready to go get outside and go get on somebody's patio and
ah.
talk to somebody's son, somebody's daddy. Okay.
Look
I'm about,
up.
I'm about to
Okay.
go talk to somebody's son, somebody's daddy, go get them to give me some drinks and use this pretty privilege.
Oh,
But I
see.
will see. I thank all of y'all for look, sit on a lap, sit on somebody's lap. Now,
Ooh.
but yeah, ladies, see that's how we're gonna have a session where I teach y'all how to do this, how this is done, okay? And yeah, because I am a single woman, organic black. I gotta handle myself accordingly. I gotta govern
Oh
myself
yes.
accordingly.
Oh,
I'm
well, then
I'm single.
you have I mean the right to handle things how you want to.
Yes, I'm
Being single,
all
I'm
the
single
way
as well. So
divorced. I'm
okay,
all the way divorced. I gotta have this little fun in this little window before I get married again. And I can't act like this no more, you know. So,
okay.
and it's all fun. It's just flirting, you know. You can get so much out of flirting. I gotta teach the girls this one day. But I'm gonna end this stream, and I will see you guys
Okay.
later on in this week. Thank you guys for joining. I'm so happy everyone's here. Y'all stay inside. Wear double masks if you are gonna go out. We don't want anyone getting, the cappuccino. Okay, the old cappuccino. So I want you
Or the new
guys.
one.
Yes, yes. We don't want y'all getting the old one, the new one, the O one, the L one, the D one. Okay. We don't want y'all
See
getting
y'all, this
no.
was nice.
We don't want y'all getting none of those. Egypt, STL for you. Erica, I want to thank you guys. Poor Black Man, the woman who doesn't exist to you. Free Reign. Who else was up in here today? Oh, that's it. That's it. And then the bot, y'all got the bot on up out of here. I thought I had saw someone else come through. But if I did not get you in, charge it to my brain and not to my heart because my mind is at this Cowboys game. Okay, that's about to come on in about an hour. And I'll see you guys later in the week. I thank you. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment below anything that you thought I left out regarding Devon and Meagan's marriage. Hey, if you don't like me, if you don't like this broadcast, give it a thumbs down, give it a thumbs up, go off on me. I want the smoke. Trust me, it's not gonna hurt my feelings. We might do a smoke session where the men can come up here and give me the smoke and I can go back at it with them, y'all. So I might do that. I don't know. I'm still working on my walk with God. I don't want y'all to change y'all mind about me if I go off on them too bad. But again, thank you all my cookie agents. I'll see you guys later in the week. And be good, be safe out here. And my tip of the day today, maybe I'll just do that on another video. All right. See you guys later. Thank you
All
so
right.
very much.
Appreciate you having me
Bye.
up.
Thank you.